Oh, so perusing around the internet is always fun. You get to learn about new songs that have come out from artists that are having albums that will be released at future dates. Yeah. Hail to the King is one that's definitely a big talker for a lot of people. Of course, it's from none other than Bruce Campbell. No. That's whatever I think about whenever I think of Hail to the King. I think of Ash from Evil Dead 2, and Army of Darkness. No, this is actually Avenged Sevenfold that we're talking about, and a lot of people will probably be like, why the fuck are you touching this, man? What the fuck? Well, I released a whole band review thing a couple months back that said, yeah, I respect them, it's just their fans are a little obnoxious, yeah. If you guys haven't checked out that video, definitely check it out right now. In fact, pause this video and pop it up on another window on your browser there, and definitely find out exactly how I feel about this band and about Avenged Sevenfold fans in general. But whenever I talk about the music, I'm talking specifically about the music. The people, I mean, that's just completely disassociated whenever it comes to me talking about the music, which means, spoiler alert, I'm probably going to review this album. For those of you who don't like it, that's tough. You can just pass by on that album review, or make fun of me for reviewing it. I really don't give a shit. Now, the song itself seems a little bit simplistic, you know, and I've heard a lot of varied opinions by a couple of different people ever since I've seen the postings and ramblings about this song. Some people have said it's incredibly simple, incredibly boring, and other people have, of course, said that it's the greatest thing since the invention of the butter knife. So, opinions definitely are quite varied on this track. Now, I'll be honest, I took a pass on Nightmare, and from what I've been told, that was a dumb move on my part, but it's cool, whatever. The one thing that I've noticed about this song is that there's definitely a harkening back to the days of good old-fashioned heavy metal. I've thought, whenever I listen to this track, especially this intro and this build and everything like that, I've thought of classic artists. I thought of artists such as Judas Priest, and that's a really cool little moment to have. It's almost like, you know, a band like Avenged Sevenfold is eventually going to have to just settle on an idea and consistently perform well at it in order for some people to become believers. I mean, that's just the way that it is. Whenever you come from being a, you know, rather metalcore-focused band to kind of changing over into becoming more straight-up heavy metal, those metalcore guys are still going to be a little bit, you know, kind of like, what the fuck, man? And you just sort of up and abandoned us. And, you know, that everybody who likes that good old-fashioned heavy metal sound or whatever are going to be like, fuck you, screw you. So there's division there. But this band has a lot of fans, and not to mention, a lot of people are a little more willing to accept because the music itself has been pretty good. Now, for those of you who say that this track is boring, I'll give you one thing. It's definitely simplistic, and the solo is not necessarily all of that great. It's kind of very basic. This is a typical song that you would kind of hear. It's a lead single, so you want something that's going to be able to really be kind of accessible on the radio. Something that's really going to get a lot of promotion toward Hail to the King, which is coming in late August. And I think that this song has definitely done that. There's also supposedly been complaints about the new drummer, which I don't see what's wrong with it, because the drumming on this track, it's not very complex. It's not something that really requires all of that much skill. Would it have been better if Mike Portnoy were on the drums? Life itself would be better, basically because he's just ridiculous. But he's off. Well, he's not even in Adrenaline Mob anymore, so he's off in Flying Colors, so you can enjoy him over there, or in Transatlantic. So this song, yes, it is a little bit simplistic. It is something that doesn't have a lot, you know, going for it as far as, you know, complexity and structure and, you know, just absolutely blowing your mind. But who the fuck cares? It's actually kind of a catchy little tune, and it kind of has that traditional metal feel to it, you know. Whenever you think of a Judas Priest song or something like that, some of those are just downright simplistic as well. Think of a song like Breaking the Law, or think of a song such as Living After Midnight. Now, am I saying that this song is going to really, you know, rise to the pantheon of great rock songs, just like Breaking the Law and Living After Midnight? No, absolutely not. This is an average at best song, but it does have a catchiness factor to it that does make it very passable. It's something that record company, or not record companies, but rather radio stations nationwide are going to be getting requests for this. So prepare for this song to be on your radio for the next 2 months, almost on loop. So I'm just going to tell you that right now. Unless, of course, you're listening to a country station, in which case they're still playing Dear God from like 10 years ago. Yeah. Not a bad song. I kind of dug it. Still think of Bruce Campbell whenever I think of The King. Still think that this album cover that they have is absolutely awful. And still think that them touring with the Deftones and Ghost BC is really unique. And I could really post a whole video about that, but nah. Peace.